Hey guys, I want to show you how to find the volume of really popular shapes. So the first one I have is a rectangular prism. And let's see. So we're going to do V for volume, right? And for this rectangular prism, it's length times width times height, right? We're just multiplying all three of them together. So what's my length? It's 10. It's labeled at the very top. My width, or my base, right, is 5. The height is 4. What does that give me? It equals 200. That's the answer. So then, you look and see, is it like in inches or centimeters? Let's pretend this is a piece of small wood on your desk and it's inches. So it would be 200 inches, right? So that's the volume. Let's move on to the next one. It's a cube. So all sides are even. And that's pretty important, because if all sides are even, they're all going to be A. Do you see how all of them are labeled A? I'm going to do A to the third power. The nth degree is 3. So what does that look like? It looks like they're all the same, right? They should be. If they're all the same, then we know it's a cube. It's going to be 3. So that means it's 8 times 8 times 8. And what does that give us? That gives us 512. That's the final answer. The next one I have is a cylinder. The cylinder is going to be pi, right? Because it's a circle. Anytime there's a circle, just know you're going to throw that symbol in there, the pi symbol, 3.14. We have a radius squared. There's 2, right? 1, 2. Radius square. And then we have a height. So what does that give us? We have pi. R is 2. It's labeled up there at the top. So the radius, in a circle, this is the radius. If the whole thing has a line going through it, that's the diameter. Height is 14. So what does that give us? It's 4, and then we have 14. This is going to give us 175.9, which basically is 176. I'm using a calculator on this. This is not like something I'm doing like with just like my brain. This is it's not mental math. Those numbers are kind of big, so I don't want to mislead you. All right, cool. Here goes a cone. And it's basically a circle at the bottom, and then it becomes a little bit pointy at the end, right? So what is the formula? It is 1/3 pi. Right here's that circle, so we're going to do a pi. And anytime there's a circle and you have a pi, guess what? That radius is going to show up. So these guys usually hang out together. And then we have height. So let's see. I have 1/3, right? Standard pi. The R is a 2. There's only 1, right? I only have 1 circle, so it's just going to be 1. There's not going to be a 2. And then you put that 5 in there for height, right? So then I have 1/3 pi over 1. This is a 2. And then that's a 5. And we're multiplying, so everything is going to be multiplied across. We're not going to change the denominator to 3. What does it give me? It gives me 20.93, or that's like a 21. This is a sphere, right, with a radius. It's going to be 4/3 pi r to the third power, right? It's a circle-y shape. There's that pi symbol. There's that r. Okay, we have pi, and then I have a 6. 6/3. We don't even have to put these two guys down there. So what does that give me? It gives me 4/3 pi. 6 to the third is 216, which gives me 904.32, which is basically 904, right? The last and final shape I have that I want to present is a pyramid. So it's basically a square, and then it's a 3D triangle. Okay, so the shape is 2 pieces basically put together. So it's going to be 1/3 base, right? That's a capital B. right? And that's important, and height. So basically, this is going to have two pieces to it. It's going to have base 1 and base 2, right? So here's 1, here's 2. Because they happen to be different sizes. Do you see how it's a rectangle? So it's kind of long, and then it's also a little bit short. So what does that look like? It's going to be 1/3. And then I put both of those bases that I decided upon. And then the height, which is 7, right? That's right there. That's right there. And then those two guys are going to hang out. What do I have? I have a 3 and I have a 4, right? These guys right here, 3 and a 4. So even though there's 3 like variables right here, or 2 variables and a coefficient, I still I'm going to need to put in both the bases. So even though there's 3 pieces up here, I'm going to have 4 pieces of information in the formula, right, once I start plugging things in. So what does that give me? 1/3, then 12, right, because I've joined these together, and then times 7 for the height. What does that give me? It gives me 28, right? So these are some of the more common formulas for volume. They are very useful. Maybe a cheat sheet. It would maybe be useful to put them in a cheat sheet to reference them quickly. You'd be surprised how often you end up using them in like calculus and geometry. Okay. I hope this helped. I have a shop if you want to go look at it. It's on eBay. Or don't, whatever. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.